Hello and welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. I'm joined by John tonight to go through Celtic versus Kilmarnock tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff. Celtic looking to get back to winning ways. How are you tonight, John?
All good, thanks, Andy. How's yourself?
I've settled in a wee bit after watching the game on Wednesday night against Lazio. Thought we were unlucky, but we're here to talk about the Kilmarnock game. Talk about the Kilmarnock game first. I was looking at Kilmarnock, John, right? And I thought they were actually higher up in the league than what they actually are. They're sitting on 8th position with 7 points. I thought they were sitting 5th or 4th. Obviously because of the start they had, we beating Rangers, then they beat Celtic in the Cup. But no, they're only sitting with 7 points and they're sitting in 8th position. You surprised with that, John?
No, I knew they were low down on the table. I think they had a wee bit of form at the start of the season and then they just tapered away. So, long may that continue. Let's hope it continues right into tomorrow's game. But no, I'm not surprised with it at all. No, I mean, they're not a great team, are they? Let's be honest.
They've had a few good results. Obviously, they've beat them and Celtic, so they've obviously, they've done that. But apart from that, 7 points. I've played quite a few draws in the league, and I think 1-1. So I've only had the 1-1 in the league, and that was against Rangers. I think that's where they got their 7 points for. But it's a different story when they face Celtic. So they're going to come to Celtic Park tomorrow. They're going to set up with their, 5 across the back, then 4 in front of that, and maybe 1 up front. We've got to try and break that down, obviously. How do you think it will go tomorrow, John?
It's going to, like I said to you yesterday, it's going to be stuffy, isn't it? It's going to be one of these stuffy games at Celtic Park, similar to St Johnstone when they came, similar to Dundee when they came. First half was stuffy. I'm just expecting more of exactly the same tomorrow. It's going to be a stuffy game that Celtic fans need to be patient with, and the goals will come eventually. That's just what I think anyway. I could be totally wrong and Kilmarnock come out and have a go, having beaten Celtic already this season.
Well, I was looking at Kilmarnock's away form, and obviously they've played 3 away games. They've lost 1 and drawn 2, so they've no won away from home yet. So hopefully that goes in our favour tomorrow afternoon. And I was also looking at the betting for the game against Kilmarnock tomorrow. So you've got odds of 1-5 Celtic, 13-2 the draw, and 14-1 Kilmarnock. So it's obviously the bookies think that there's only one winner there, eh?
Aye. Well, there should really only be one winner. But we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's just going to be a stuffy game. I can see it now. Just bus parked. That just seems to be the way now, doesn't it? When teams come to Celtic Park, just park the bus, hope for a breakaway. Hope to keep it level for as long as possible and maybe even steal a winner, that kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the way it's going to be. So I think Celtic fans going to Celtic Park tomorrow need to prepare for that, be patient. I think the goal will come eventually.
Yeah. As you says last night, they could turn up there and demolish them in the first half as well. It could be one of their games where we're 4-0 up in the first half. Hopefully that's the case, obviously. Looking at players to look out for Kilmarnock, they're danger men, if you like. Armstrong, who scored 3 goals for them already. Watkins, who scored 3 goals. And Lyons, who's also scored 3 goals. So they've got a wee bit of firepower up there. They're scoring goals. It's not as if they're not scoring goals, but they're good at defending or anything like that. They're scoring goals up there. So we need to keep our eye on the 3 players. Have you heard any of them, John? Armstrong, Watkins, or Lyons?
Aye, I've seen them all, obviously. Just watching highlights, and whenever Celtic's playing Kilmarnock, you get a wee glimpse of these players. Is it the same with Watkins? Mally Watkins, is it?
I think it's Mally Watkins, aye.
I'm not sure. But obviously we've all watched Kilmarnock. All I've seen is highlights. I've watched their team. I don't really pay much attention to other teams, players' names and that, unless they're a good player and I pay closer attention to them, see maybe if they'd be a good fit for Celtic, because there is some good players in the SPL,
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only time I really pay attention to the other players. If after having a good game against Celtic, really.
Yeah. Well, worth keeping an eye on them anyway, and hopefully our defence can keep them quiet. I was looking at obviously we done a prediction last night. You said 2-0, I said 3-0. So I'm looking at the betting for 2-0, John. It's 6-1. If you want to run it to the bookies and put a tenner on it. 6-1 for 2-0 to Celtic. And it's 13-2 for 3-0 to Celtic. Similar sort of odds. So round about the 6-1 mark. If you want to back your prediction, John.
Nah, my predictions are bad, as you know. I think Celtic will win, I think, but as far as going in a correct score, my very first ever correct score prediction at the bookies, I won actually. Years ago, I remember it. Man United beating somebody 3-0, can't mind who it was, Champions League game or something. And Man United, I got the correct score that day, 3-0, but I only put, I can't mind how much I put on. I think I put £2 on it, 5-1 or something like that.
Last of the big spenders, eh?
That's the only time I've got a score prediction correct, really, at the bookies, I mean.
Aye. Well, that's the betting on it. And just to finish on a wee bit of betting here, Kyogo 3-1 to score the first goal. 9-2 to score the first goal. Diaz Almeida 11-2, and Palmer 17-2. So if Palmer starts tomorrow, there's a good chance he's going to score the first goal at 17-2.
Aye. I mean, he says 92. I was waiting for the one at the end of that.
Because I don't think he'll be anywhere near the starting 11, will he?
He's not a striker. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I keep saying it, but we all hope he gets better. You know, but I can't see him lasting any more than this season at Celtic if he continues his current form. You know, strikers that don't strike goals are not used to anybody, are they?
Yeah. No, he's as you says, he's been there a year and a half nearly, so he's had plenty of opportunities, and he's no producing the goods as of now. Anyway, he's not done it. A couple of goals when we're 3-0 up already doesn't really count in my book. So no, he's got to do it when it counts. You know, maybe score the first goal in a big game against Rangers or against Aberdeen, something like that, and then hopefully can kick on from there. But as it stands, he's not producing the goods, and I know he's not getting a game for the start either. I know he's coming on with 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. She's not really getting much of a proper opportunity, but you know, when he has had that opportunity, he's not produced the goods as far as I'm concerned. All right, we're moving away from John. We'll just to touch on the weather for the morning. Actually, I was looking at the weather forecast. It's to pour down for the heavens here in the morning, the whole day. So
Aye.
I don't know, how do you think that'll affect the game? Pouring the rain from start to finish.
That doesn't think it'll affect the game that much, really. It's no stop training all through summer, has it? Pouring the rain. And where I am anyway, it's no stop rain. So I don't know if it's going to have any kind of effect on the game at all. A lot of slipping and sliding for the players. Just make sure they've got the right studs in. Don't see it being a problem, Zander.
Do you think it'll have an effect on the size of the crowd?
It could have an effect on the size of the crowd, of course. I mean, that's a possibility. A lot of people see that kind of weather and they don't fancy going out in it, you know. But I don't know. There's no wait and see. It's a bit of an anticlimax after the Champions League game against Lazio as well, isn't it? So it's not going to be a hot atmosphere or anything like that.
You're saying it's a bit of an anticlimax, but for me it's a bigger game, because if we can go 10 points ahead of Rangers and put them under that severe pressure on Sunday when they play St Mirren, that'd be a massive bonus for us if we can go 10 points clear tomorrow afternoon. So I know what you're saying. I know you're talking about the anticlimax after the atmosphere of the Champions League and everything else, but for me personally, this is a must-win game. We've got to stretch that lead to 10 points.
Aye. As long as the team knows what's the most important thing to the Celtic fans is getting the points in the bag for the league. For me, I don't care what anybody says. Every single season, if you were to say to me, what would you rather have, Celtic getting into the last 16 of the Champions League or win the league every season? I'd take the league all day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And what about changes to the squad then after Wednesday night in the Champions League? Do you think there'll be any changes to the squad? Do you think there'll be, I don't know, bring in Carter Vickers for the start, or do you think they'll bring in O? Do you think they'll bring in Yang? What do you think? In fact, give me a 1 to 11 again, John. Give me that just to refresh my memory.
Phillips, Carter Vickers, Johnston, Taylor.
So you think he's dropping Scales?
I think so. I've got a feeling. I hope no, right enough. I think Scales deserves his chance to be a regular first team central defender. He's been man of the match practically for the last few games, hasn't he? He deserves his place, but I think now that Carter Vickers is back, he's going to try out Carter Vickers and Phillips.
Right.
That's what I think anyway. It could be totally wrong and he goes with, I don't know. You don't know who's going to pick, but I'm going to say he's going to start with Carter Vickers and more away Phillips.
All right. I'm surprised at that.
And it's also going to be O'Reilly, McGregor and Hatate in the centre of the park. He'll go up front, Maeda on the left and Forrest on the right.
So we've got Lagerbielke back tomorrow as well, haven't we?
I don't think he's going to start with him.
Nah, I think he'll be on the bench.
I think he's got to be on the bench. We've got our defenders back now. I think Lagerbielke's going to be warming the bench. Sorry to say for him, but that's just the way it is. Because Scales is going to be a pick ahead of him as well. I think it'd be very unfair if he started with Phillips instead of Scales tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he maybe try them out. Maybe one half or the other. I don't know, but he's going to try that out at some point.
I disagree. I think he'll start with Scales again. I think he'll be straight into the team. And I also think he'll start with Phillips rather than, what's his name, Carter Vickers. I think Carter Vickers will come on as a sub again with maybe 20 minutes to go, half an hour to go, something like that. Then it'll be the usual Johnston, Taylor, Callum McGregor, Hatate, Matt O'Reilly, Maeda, Forrest and Kyogo. So that's both our first 11s. We'll see what happens tomorrow afternoon. Anything you want to add on tomorrow's game, John?
No, really. No, I think we've just about covered it. It's going to be one of these stuffy games, basically. We've gave our predictions for lineups and scores and all that stuff. I think that's practically everything covered with the game. Still our games tomorrow is obviously you've got Celtic, Kilmarnock, Dundee against Ross County, Hearts against Hibs. That'll be a good game. I actually never knew that was on tomorrow.
What time's that kick off at, John?
That's a 3 o'clock kick-off.
Oh, is it?
They're off 3 o'clock kick-offs tomorrow. So it's Celtic, Kilmarnock. That's a 3 o'clock, obviously, in case anybody never knew. Dundee, Ross County, Hearts, Hibs, and Livingston against Motherwell. That'll be a good game as well. And then obviously Sunday you've got St Mirren against Rangers and Aberdeen versus St Johnstone. St Mirren Rangers being at 12 o'clock, if anybody is wanting to watch that.
Right. So what do you think the score? We'll move on. And I want to get a wee prediction off you for St Mirren Rangers game, John.
Aye, well, it's not really our business, is it, our concern, but it's always good to have a good gloat.
Well, it is your concern, John. It is your concern because they're the team that are behind us in the league.
I suppose it is, aye. But we don't want St Mirren getting overtaken either.
Well, I'd rather St Mirren overtook as the name, to be honest with you. But you know they're miles behind us anyway. They're a good 7 points, hopefully 10 points by tomorrow. So give me a prediction anyway, John. How do you think that one's going to go?
I was saying you don't want St Mirren overtaken by them. I'm thinking Sunday's game, we'll give a prediction for Celtic already, of course. So Sunday's game's going to be, listen, I think most Celtic fans either watched or were all aware with the result Rangers got in Limassol the other night. ARS Limassol 2, Rangers 1. The Potato Farmers beat by them. A separate team, about 500 fans they've got. I think it was more Rangers fans there than there was Limassol fans. And that's an embarrassment, and that is an embarrassment getting beat with that. I watched that whole game. And
I
that
think it
team
was only that. I think it was only their fourth game and ever played in Europe as well.
Aye, that's the first time ever in group stages in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't look a great team at all, to be honest with you. Very clumsy looking players. And they tore Rangers apart. They absolutely tore them apart. And their movement up front was good. That was the good thing about them. I think defensively they looked very amateurish. Very, very amateurish. And Rangers failed to beat that. That's bad if you can't beat that defence, Xander, to be honest with you, watching that whole game. But up front, they looked quite dangerous. A lot of their players were taking the ball for the halfway line and just charging at the defence, you know. It was good to see. It was very refreshing.
Yeah.
But that's an embarrassment, that. And if they can't get past, excuse me, Limassol, they've no chance of getting by St Mirren. St Mirren are a formed team. Of course, they could beat St Mirren. They could turn up and beat St Mirren. Who knows? But they've still no manager. They're just off the back of a couple of bad defeats. I can see St Mirren getting a win there. I'm hoping St Mirren get a win there, of course. They may be looking at 2-0, maybe 3-0 for St Mirren. If they play like that, St Mirren will turn them out.
You know, I don't know if there's any news on they've got a new manager yet or anything like that. Obviously, I don't pay that much attention. It's only when they're playing, and it's there's a chance of them dropping points. I'm interested, and I think there's a chance they'll drop points on Sunday. You're saying 2 or 3-0. I think it'll be 1-0 to St Mirren. I think St Mirren will beat them on Sunday to keep us 10 points clear if we win tomorrow afternoon.
You were breaking up there, Xander, but you got to say that again, just the last 10 seconds or so.
Just say, I think if Celtic win tomorrow, Rangers will drop points on Sunday because they'll not handle the pressure, and I think St Mirren will beat them 1-0.
1-0. I think if Rangers are on a downward spiral, so you could be looking at more than 1-0, Xander. I hope I'm right. I hope it's maybe 3-0. But you know, I take a draw now. I take a draw. But I've got a wee feeling that Mirren's going to sneak it. Yeah.
If they draw and Celtic win, that puts us 9 points clear. So even that would do, wouldn't it? That would further ahead of the Rangers we are, the better as far as I'm concerned.
Well, if you'll take 9 points, you'll take 10.
Aye, definitely. All right, mate. We'll spend a week. We'll part the league business. Then we'll do a post-match tomorrow after the game, if you're okay with that, John. But we'll go on a wee bit about the game on Wednesday night. Just a wee couple of minutes. I know we went over everything last night on last night's podcast. But how are you feeling now after it, John? How are you feeling after the 2-1 defeat?
That game last night, the Rangers result took the sting off it. Trust me. That was like a wee hangover cure, that one. So I'm okay now, Xander. Aye.
I didn't hear many fireworks going off last night.
No, I thought the Celtic fans would have been having a November the 5th early last night.
Nah. The fireworks the other night when Celtic got beat was absolutely unbelievable. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. You know, they just sacked their manager. They're 7 points behind Celtic, and they're setting off fireworks because Celtic get beat in the Champions League 2-1. You know, it's actually quite laughable when you think about it. So there was no fireworks last night. They got gubbed by Limassol, you know, team of amateurs, as you say, team of tractor drivers and that's how good Rangers are just now. So good luck to St Mirren on Sunday anyway. Hopefully they can get the result and put us further ahead in the league. But as regards to Wednesday night, I'm over it now. I was upset on Wednesday night. Obviously, I couldn't believe some of the decisions that are going against us with the no checking things on VAR. The high foot didn't get checked. The Lazio offside goal didn't get checked either.
Aye, the elbow on Hatate in the face.
Yep, forearm smash on Hatate didn't get. It was 3 things all against Celtic that didn't get checked. But everything that Celtic done, the offside goal checked. Any wee dodgy decision got checked. But as soon as it came to Lazio, nothing got checked. So I feel a bit better now about it because it is the Champions League. It is a step up. Obviously from the SPL, it's a different level altogether. You're going to have to expect to lose these games. I suppose, worst case scenario, you're going to lose these games. But if you get a draw, fair enough. If you get a win, even better. But it still upset me the other night when the referee, as you said, he had an absolute shocker, I think.
Oh, that referee was brutal. I mean, like I said to you, the standard of teams is a high standard in the Champions League. Can I say the same about the refereeing, Xander?
Mm-hmm.
That's as bad as anything you'll see in Scotland.
Yep. Yeah. But we move on. We've got Atletico Madrid next, home and then away. It's going to be even tougher, obviously, because they're a top quality team. But we'll go into that nearer the time. We'll leave the Champions League there just now. Just a wee quick mention on Celtic's B team who are playing tonight. They're playing East Stirling, and it's currently after 20 minutes. Celtic 1, East Stirling 0. So the young troops are doing us proud tonight, John.
Aye, that's good. That's good. Like I says, I don't follow that stuff, but it's always good to see them winning, because it builds confidence throughout that squad as well. Makes these players better. Maybe give them a wee lift into the first team. You don't know, but confidence breeds good players, Xander. Yep. So long may they continue winning. Even though I don't follow it, it's still good to hear that they're winning.
Mm-hmm. Aye. Well, as I say, it's only about 20 minutes gone, so good luck to the young hoops tonight against East Stirling, and good luck to the main team tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, Celtic Park against Kilmarnock. I'm sure we'll manage to beat them, John. I'm sure we'll go out there and we'll put on a performance. I don't think there'll be any European hangover. What do you think?
Aye. It's going to be stuffy, but I think we'll break them down eventually. 2-0 Celtic, 3 points in the bag. Puts them under pressure for Sunday when they'll go 10 points behind. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, hope so, mate. Hope so. Okay, buddy. We'll leave it there for the night. Is there anything else you want to add before we call it a night?
No, I'm good to go, Xander, if you're up.
Okay. And we'll do a wee post-match tomorrow then, John, all right?
Okay, mate. I'll speak to you soon, and hail.
Right, John. Catch you later. Hail.
Boys are on the march again. It's on the road we go. From the Harpies to Petardry and on to Portugal. 'Cause we're